Good afternoon. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you're new to the channel, please hit the notification bell. And today, we got ourselves a quality check with the Model Y. So without further ado, let's get right to it. All right, so we have this Model Y right here, and it's due for delivery. It's all buffed up, but I do see an issue with this Model Y already. They forgot to clip this on the wheel. So if you look there, I hope that they remember to do that before the person takes delivery. All right, so let's continue on with this quality check. We're looking at the left side, and remember, you're not going to be getting the new headlights that the current Model 3 has, because they're only giving the new headlights to the performance model. Eventually, they will be giving the Matrix LED, but right now they're focusing on ramping up production for the Model Y. And let's take a look at the left side, and taking a look at the hood, making sure the fender matches the hood and the hood matches the bumper, and that there's no discoloration, no scratches, no marks. But with the black, you're definitely going to notice swirl marks, and that's the unfortunate thing about buying the black, is that it exposes swirl marks. So if you're taking delivery of a Model Y, especially if it's black, what I want you to do is book a appointment at your local detail shop or local wrap shop and wrap the car with 3M protection. They call it a paint protection film, or PPF. Do the whole vehicle. It's going to cost you almost about $4,000, but it's going to preserve the paint, and the car is going to look spectacular by the time you go to sell it. So let's continue on, taking a look at the wheels. And these are the standard wheels. There's a set of rims underneath these hubcaps that actually look pretty good, and if you were to powder coat them, they look spectacular. But these wheels right now with the hubcaps are optimized for your best range. So you're going to get the longest amount of range with these hubcaps. So taking a look at the driver's side door, beautiful. Now let's take a look at the handle over here, and it's flush. Let's take a look at the interior. Now let's take a look over here, see if it's flush, and it is flush. Now let's take a look at the handle, and yeah, I would say, so this door sits a little bit in. The panel's not flush, so that gap is nice and tight, beautiful, and that's what we want to see. But we do have a little bit of space right here on the left side. So let's take a look at the right side, and it's flush. Now let's take a look over here at the right side. Beautiful. But I will say that this panel doesn't meet up with this panel evenly. It sits further up. If you look closely, it should be flush. So we do have ourselves an issue. And yet again, take a look at that side door. It's poking out a little bit, and it's noticeable. So this Model Y has a few things that need to be corrected, and because of that, I unfortunately cannot give this a pass, and I have to give it a fail. Now let's move on to another Model Y. Let's check this Model Y. And remember, the pass and fail is based on my personal standards, and my personal standards may not be your personal standards. So if you feel that the car is good enough, then go home and take it. No one's forcing you to drive it. I do these quality checks so I can point out things so Tesla can improve on, because I've seen a flawless build where the panels are nice and tight and everything is just great, and I've seen a horrible build where the panels are so big you can almost fit a finger in there. So this is just based on what I think is acceptable and what I think is a fail. So let's continue on. And this also has the standard wheels. Let's take a look at the left side. Let's take a look at the hood. Beautiful. And that's what we want to see. Now let's take a look at the right side. And let's take a look at these wheels. And this door is nice and tight, and that's what we want to see. Nice and flush. Beautiful. Beautiful. Door is flush, and it's flush, but everything was good until we seen this gap. Oh my God, I knew it was hiding something. Look at it. Like, wow. So, yeah, this gap over here, left side, it's a very common problem. I see it on a lot of Model Ys. And, yeah, also this light doesn't line up here. It should be flush. It pokes out. Taking a look at the right side. Let's take a look at the right side. Good. Now let's take a look at this door. Oh, it's flush. Beautiful. Door handle pokes out. Is this door flush? Yes, it is. And unfortunately, I cannot pass this Model Y. This is a fail. Now let's move on to our final Model Y. All right, so this is our final Model Y, and it happens to be the red with the black interior. A beautiful combination. It has the standard wheels, and I love the red Model Y. I personally believe that the red is probably the best color that Tesla has to offer. I'm hoping that they get additional colors, but we're gonna have to see. And I've heard that in Giga Berlin they are adding a few more colors to their selection. Now let's move on to the left side here. Checking the hood. Beautiful, beautiful. And then onto the right side. Beautiful. Making sure that the fender matches the hood and the hood matches the fender. Wait a minute. Oh, we have ourselves an issue. If you look closely here, this hood is not flush with the fender. It's down a little bit. So that's something I just noticed right now with this Model Y. So it has to be adjusted. Now let's move on to the right side. Taking a look at the door. It's nice and tight, and that's what we want to see. Now let's take a look at this driver's side door, and this driver's side door is poking out a little bit. This is the interior. It's the black interior. Checking the handle. Now let's take a look over here. The rear door. Oh, also the rear door is poking out. This gap, I do like what I'm seeing. It's nice and tight, and that's what we want to see. Left side, beautiful. Charge port door, beautiful. Now let's take a look at this light. And this light also, it's not flush. Doesn't meet up with this light. The panel needs to be tweaked. And taking a look at the right side. Okay, this right side panel, no good. It is a little bit big for my liking. So I definitely would have an issue with the right side of this Model 3. Model Y. So let's continue on. And this door right here is poking out a tad bit, so we do have ourselves an issue. And the handle's poking out. So unfortunately, I'm going to have this give this last Model Y a fail. So we've gotten a chance to look at a few Model Ys this evening, and there still seems to be having a problem with their build quality. If you plan on taking delivery or you have a delivery soon, remember to bring a checklist. If you need a checklist, go to www.electricbuyers.com and click the checklist. It's free. You can print it out and use it for when you take delivery. Bring an extra family member. That way you can get a second person's opinion. Bring a camera to record the defects. Take pictures and tell your sales rep what you think is wrong with your vehicle. What they'll do is, probably because majority of the time they're busy, is they will ask you to schedule a service appointment so they can correct all the errors. Make sure you make sure that they correct all your errors and that they don't say, oh, it's within spec. If they say it's within spec, ask to speak to a manager. If the manager says it's in within spec, then and you feel that it's not within spec, then I want you to book another service appointment in your app and go to another service center and get another opinion. Keep booking service appointments until they fix it. Don't take no for, or don't take their saying, oh, it's within spec. Don't take it. It's your vehicle. You've paid a lot of money for this, and the build quality should be perfect. And as long as you keep on pushing that, I'm sure they will correct any problem with your vehicle. All right, so that's all I gotta say. So thank you and have a nice day. Hey, would you like to win a Tesla Model 3? All you have to do is like, share, comment, and subscribe. And one lucky subscriber will win a Tesla Model 3.